Today, we're going to take a look at a handful of sealed Pokemon card products that recently had a price increase. Whether or not these are flukes and one-offs, or perhaps this is a permanent change in their value, is yet to be determined. However, take a look inside of your collection if you have any of these, because they recently just had a lot of appreciation added to them. Let's go ahead and take a look at them right now. All right, our very first product, and we're taking a look at USD values over here, is the Scarlet and Violet Premium Check Lane Blister. This is the Gengar promo one. So this comes with one Scarlet and Violet base booster pack. Then it comes with a play coin and of course 3 different promo cards. These are all holo foil promo cards of Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. They're fantastic cards, and I think why this might be so popular and recently saw a crazy price change is because of this evolutionary line. Obviously, the Gengar is one of the most popular Pokemon out there. Let's take a look at the value. So pretty much for the whole year, it had $5.24 as its value. And then come September 9th, we have $35, which it hit a high of, which is pretty crazy. That is a 567.94% increase. And I think this could be the new norm for this blister, as more than likely, right, these promo cards are highly coveted and highly sought after. We'll see though, we'll see if more sales will happen like this, because likely this is just a one-time deal, a one-time sale that occurred, but still, we will find out. Then up next, we have a ruler of the Black Flame booster box. So this is obviously the Japanese counterpart to Obsidian Flames. This is the one half of the 2 sets that would have created the English set of Obsidian Flames for the Scarlet and Violet era. This obviously contains a Charizard card, the Charizard SIR card, the first one for the Scarlet and Violet era, and I'm pretty sure the ruler of the Black Flame Charizard is pretty expensive still. At the very least, it holds a pretty good value. Yeah, I mean, if you take a look at the values here, we have a year ago $74.94. It looks like its high is roughly, it's a little hard to pinpoint, $98.99. I think it's a little more than that though, but yeah, and then we go down to its low, which is around $22. That is a very low for this booster box, but its current value is $84.55. That's an 80.77% difference right there. And yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty interesting. The values, the price points are all over the place with this. So this one could definitely be considered a fluke or a one-off, but only time will tell. This one's a little bit older, so you may not have this one in your collection, but if you do, buckle up. This is the XY Flash Fire Collector Chest. This contains 5 Pokemon TCG booster packs, likely from the XY era, potentially maybe from the Black and White era, I'm not too sure. Then it has 3 foil cards featuring Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip. For a while, this had a value of $249.95, which is certainly quite a lot. But again, similar to one of the recent sales we saw, it hit a high of $399.99 on September 6th. That is definitely a pretty crazy value increase. That's 60.03%. Now, obviously, I think due to this product being older, this could be more of a common occurrence, right? If more of these went on the market and started to sell, I could see this being the new norm for the price. I don't think this was a fluke, but only time will tell, and we'll see if more actually enter into the markets. We have another product that's kind of all over the place. This is the 25th anniversary booster box collection. So this is the I guess celebrations for the Japanese sort of sector over here in the Pokemon company. And yeah, I mean, if we take a look, there is a lot of crazy data for this graph here. We have a year ago $127.50. It looks like it's high $219.49 December 2nd. It's low $99.99, give or take, and then its current value is $164.57, which is a 52.49% price increase from I guess relatively recently, right? Probably from the last time this graph and chart was taken for its data. But it's definitely not bad. The only thing is, I would probably say for now this could be a fluke as well, as if you just look at the points, the price points, they're sort of all over the place. This graph looks like it fluctuates and is very volatile. So I don't know if this could be the new norm. It could fall down at any point, but only time will tell. Then if you have a Miracle Twins booster box, this is a Japanese version, or the Japanese version of Unified Minds. This is one of the 2 sets that creates it. You might see some pretty good gains over here. If we take a look, roughly a year ago, $275, and then it looks like it has since kind of gone up and down quite a lot, hitting a high of $375 on January 13th, and then it looks like a low of roughly over here, $191.51. And yeah, I mean, its current value doesn't appear to be super dissimilar from where it was 1 year ago. In fact, it's $279.95, but from the last recorded sale, which was September 5th, or the last recorded sort of data for it, that is a 46.61% price increase. However, this one is it fluctuates quite a lot too. The only thing is the data isn't as sporadic. It's volatile, but it's not as close together and condensed as we've seen with, say, the last one and the Ruler of the Black Flame, right? So I don't know, there's a chance that this could continue to increase, but we'll have to monitor it as well. But right now there is some pretty good gains on it. Does everybody remember the set of battle styles? Well, the Japanese version Rapid Strike Master Booster Box is doing pretty well for itself. I don't know why the English version is not following suit, but the Japanese version is certainly taking the lead here. If we take a look at its value 1 year ago, $89.72, it looks like its high is roughly July 31st, $180, whereas its low has a stretch of $74.67. Yeah, it looks like its current value is $175, which from around August 30th to September 1st is a 42.86% increase. So that's not bad at all. I think Battle Styles is finally sort of getting the love that it deserves. At the very least, this version of Battle Styles, right, the Japanese version. Perhaps these boxes are a little bit more difficult to come by than, say, the English version of Battle Styles, right? But this one could be perhaps here to stay. We do see that across its history of the past year, it does go through phases of kind of getting inflated and then dropping back down. So I guess we'll see exactly what happens, but yeah, time will only tell. All right, this one I think I've seen a couple YouTubers open up recently. This is the Galar collection box with Score Bunny and Zacian V. So it holds I guess this is the Score Bunny themed one, so I think it comes with a Score Bunny pin, and then you have the 3 promo cards of Grookey, Score Bunny, and Sobble. You have Zacian V in the back, and yeah, I think this was the introduction to the the Sword and Shield era, so it still contains Sun and Moon packs. I think Cosmic Eclipse, and then there might be an Evolutions pack or something in there. I actually can't quite tell, but yeah, it's pretty stacked if you have this in your collection. Roughly a year ago, September 14th, $127.50. For a while, it was listed at around $85. It went up a little bit as of the beginning of August and then going into September. And then from there, it jumped up to $170. So from the last recorded price, it was 33.33% increase, which is pretty good. And obviously, because this box is certainly one of the newer ones, maybe not as new as the Gengar, right? Or Ruler of the Black Flame, or even the other Japanese boxes that we've covered, but it's definitely possible that a lot of collectors could have this one in their collection. Next, we'll cover the Copperajah V box. So this is sort of a collection box, I suppose. But yeah, this essentially contains 4 Pokemon TCG booster packs and then 2 promo cards, one with a regular size Copperajah V and then the jumbo card of Copperajah. But if we take a look here, this is $30.99 as of around a year ago, and then overall it does increase quite a bit. It goes up to $47.49 in July, and then that's where its current value is too, which is an 18.75% increase from its last recorded era, which was from the beginning of August to the beginning of September. So it's not bad at all. This is obviously an older box by now. It looks like it contains Rebel Clash packs within it, and it might even have, I think that's a Guardians Rising in the back there too, so it might have some Sun and Moon in it perhaps. But yeah, I mean, overall, not a bad price increase for this box, and it could certainly be on its way up permanently. The next one I want to point out is the Pokemon Collector's Chest plus Pencil Case Miscellaneous Cards and Product. This one actually, I believe, came from Costco. I'm not sure if it was featured anywhere else, but I know I have it in my collection. I think you can kind of sort of see it right over there. But that's why I wanted to pinpoint this one. I mean, if you look, you have November 23rd, which is as far back as it goes, but I do believe that is roughly when this product came onto the market, $42.44. And then if you look at its current value now, it is $49.99. I mean, from its last recorded price, which would have been $53.99. So I'm not entirely sure why this one showcased that it did change in value. There must be something missing a little bit here in the data. There is a 46.49 actually, so that could be it. But yeah, it did go up by $3.50, so $7.53%, which is certainly not bad. I mean, I'd like to see a little more movement from this, and I think we will down the line for sure. But yeah, I mean, if you have this one, this is probably one of the more recent ones to have actually come out, right? This is as early as November of last year. If you have this one in your collection, then this could be one to look out for. Then up next, we have a Power Partnership tin. This is Lucario and Melmetal GX. So this tin comes with 4 Pokemon TCG booster packs, and then it has the holo foil card featuring Melmetal and Lucario over here. This is a tag team sort of tin, so there's a very good chance that it could feature at least one team up pack, which is highly sought after. I think you can kind of sort of see it. I have one of these tins from the team up era. It's Eevee and Snorlax, but I think it's one of the newer prints, which is potentially the issue with this one, where I don't think it actually contains I believe a team up pack. I wish it did, but I don't think it does, unfortunately. I could be wrong on mine and I could be wrong on this, right? But I think there's multiple prints where some have newer packs and some have older packs. But yeah, if we take a look at the data, I mean, a year ago it was 94.97. It dipped down pretty good to 78.63 on March 7th, but is now at $99.99, which appears to be its yearly high and is a $6.25 increase, which is a 6.67% increase. Now, admittedly, on this chart provided by Collector, there's actually a lot of Japanese booster boxes that are doing pretty well. I think it might just have to do with supply, demand, where the boxes are actually coming from, who the boxes are being sold to, what people are actually willing to pay for it, right? I don't think the market is as stabilized and normalized as, say, certain English products, so that could be one of the reasons why we're seeing so many Japanese boxes on this list of just in general price movement and how well they've been doing. So for example, we have Raging Surf, which mixed with another set creates Paradox Rift, right? The English Scarlet and Violet set. I mean, if you take a look, it had a value a year ago of $78, and its current value is $74.93, so it did decrease. But if you take a look at the chart in general, it looks like it's pretty much all over the place. Its high appears to be $120.51, and then its low appears to be $30.50. From its last recorded price, it's a $22.96 dollar increase with a 44.17% increase, which is certainly pretty good. But again, just with these Japanese booster boxes and with a lot of modern stuff, it's very volatile, and it really does depend on where the stock comes from and who's selling it, etc. Right? So yeah, I don't know. I think we could cover pretty much all Japanese booster boxes on this list. I'm trying to stay away from that though, as a lot of them do follow the same suit, or it just seems like very volatile and crazy data. So I decided to throw this one in here too. We have the Eevee Heroes VMAX special set box. So if you cut this box from the Japanese side, this is obviously, yeah, Eevee Heroes, the really highly coveted Japanese set that features the same cards that make up Evolving Skies for the Sword and Shield era. This is one of the few sort of collection boxes slash special set kind of piece that they put out for the Japanese sector. So obviously, yeah, you have a few VMAX cards, you have quite a lot of Eevee Heroes packs, and then yeah, there's some really nice sort of promos and packs here that we didn't get in English, right? So if you have this one in your collection, $132.50 a year ago. Unfortunately, it did go down to $127.50, but from its last recorded price, it was $96, so that's a $31.50 increase at a 32.81% increase. It looks like its high at one point was $200, but I don't know. I can see Eevee Heroes getting back up to its glory. I mean, it's pretty much Evolving Skies, right? It is apparently on its way up from a long time of going down, but only time will really tell on that one. So I decided to throw this one in because we haven't technically covered any Chinese products. This is the 25th anniversary Charizard collection box. This one, in case you don't know, China now has their own kind of Pokemon card realm, I guess, right? I don't know if they print it or Japan prints it, but it's kind of its own sort of sets, and there's unique artwork and cards that are featured in it too. It's honestly really cool. It's getting a lot of traction within the Pokemon TCG community, and one of the crazy ones here that they have is the 25th anniversary Charizard collection box, which I guess you could argue we have the UPC, even though it's not really the same thing. But I mean, just look how cool this is, right? It's fantastic. You have a black and red Charizard here with a really nice playmat. It looks like it comes with some really nice promo cards, a bunch of 25th anniversary packs, even this sort of frame that you can put a card in. It's really nice stuff. I don't know if anybody really collects or any of you collect Chinese Pokemon card products. I don't. I just don't really have an outlet to get them very easily. But we have a year ago $113.50, and then its current value is $183.10, which is a pretty big increase. And its last recorded value is $104.81, which is a $98.35 increase, or $116.06% increase. And then the very last thing we'll cover today is a Team Rocket booster box. This is the first edition booster box, so this comes with 36 packs of the Team Rocket set from the WotC era. I tried my best to cover modern, vintage, everything in between, different languages, etc. I mean, there's a whole lot we could cover, but that would be a very, very long video. So we'll try and do this pretty frequently, as I think it's just very interesting to look at price increases in general for all of these sealed product, right? Because I know what I have in my collection, right? But who knows what you have in your collection? Who knows if you know that the value could have gone up on some things, right? But we have this first edition Team Rocket booster box. So you already know this is going to be a crazy product to take a look at, but roughly a year ago, $9,789.65. That is a pretty penny. And look at that, it's at an all-time, well, I shouldn't say all-time, but a current high of $19,000. That is a $4,001 increase, or a 26.68% percentage increase, I guess. Right? But this is really cool. And yeah, I mean, just take a look at that. It's kind of almost like 2020 prices, right? If you were to go back to those times. So that is really neat. If you have one of these in your collection, congratulations, first of all. But yeah, that is a pretty insane price increase. I mean, I'd like to imagine there's a good chance that this could be sort of the new norm, in the sense that, you know, boxes roughly a year ago we're going for like $9,000, $10,000, $12,000, but we might be reaching $20,000 per box, which is insane, and it could be here to stay. All right, that concludes our list of these Pokemon card products that have seen a price increase / appreciation in their overall values. I mean, some of these, like I said, are likely here to stay, and some of them could be flukes. It could just be a very volatile graph. Who knows? I mean, the modern stuff, the Japanese stuff, you have to definitely keep an eye out for. But the vintage and older things, I think, will definitely kind of keep their values. More than likely keep their values. I guess time will only tell on that one as well. We can do this video again for sealed product in the future. We can even take a look at singles, right? Because a lot of people have singles and just Pokemon cards. Not a lot of people have sealed stuff, so we can definitely take a look. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on this list down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.